Hey everybody, welcome back to Let's Cook It. This is Ed. It's been a few days since I've made a video. As I mentioned last week, I'm going to have this week off from work as a nice little vacation. Been doing some projects around the house, laying out, trying to get a suntan, kind of just chilling out. But anyway, I thought I'd better get another video put up. Today, what I'm going to make is called Meatball Sub Casserole. This is a pretty basic recipe. It's very easy to put together and only involves a few ingredients. A loaf of garlic bread, some frozen meatballs, 48 ounces of any kind of spaghetti or pizza sauce you like, and 4 cups of shredded mozzarella cheese. Now, I'm going to go ahead and put the camera down here so you can see what I'm doing. I am going to use a loaf of garlic bread, and I had some extra garlic toast left over that I toasted, and I'm going to put that with it. So I'm going to put it down so you can see what I'm doing. Now, I know this looks like it's a little bit overdone, but the recipe does call for toasting it a little bit longer because this is going to have sauce on it, and you want that sauce to soak up into that bread. Going to sort of be not as hard as a crouton, but toasty. All right. So I'm just going to cut up the bread here. And you do want it in chunks, kind of a bigger chunk so it doesn't get too soggy. And we're going to put this in here. I did spray the pan with some cooking spray. And I'm going to just take this leftover toast. Didn't want that to go to waste. Just give it a good chop like that. It already smells great. Because your garlic bread is just one of those things that tastes good. I'll put the crumbs in there too because why not? Ah, my pan's crooked. Alright, so you just kind of want to get that layered in there as much as you possibly can. I took a piece out for a little snack before we put it together. All right, that looks pretty good. Now, what you want to do, take half of the cheese and put it on top of the bread. I can already tell this is going to be great. Alrighty. Now, what I did was just simmer some ragu spaghetti sauce and some frozen meatballs together. Everything is basically already done. It just has to be in the oven long enough for the cheese to get melted. So you just want to take your meatballs and sauce and put them over the top there. Just like this. And I think the sauce that I got was like a garlic onion sauce. Any sauce will do. And of course, you can add your own seasonings and spices as you like. Maybe some Italian seasoning, a little bit of oregano. Put some thyme on there. I saw this yesterday on television. Well, I was looking for some food videos that I can replicate. I found them on YouTube and this popped up. So why not? And I think this would be an easy thing to put together. If you're in a hurry, you just have to do very, very little cooking. Okay, the sauce is on there. We're just going to take the rest of the cheese, put it on top, just like so. And I do have an audience, like I always do. They want some of this cheese. Now, I already have the oven turned on. I'm not going to use the big oven. I'm going to use the little countertop oven that we have. And as I said before, it just really has to get the cheese melted because everything is cooked. Because the meatballs come pre-cooked anyway, and I just heated them up. And so now I'm just going to pop this last bite of garlic toast in my mouth. I'm going to put it in that oven right there. That's a C. For about, I'd say 15 minutes. Let the cheese get melted. Take it out. Let it sit for a few. Serve it up. See what we got. This camera's crooked. That's a little better. All right. I'm going to put the video on pause. See you in about 15 minutes, that is. Oh, let's get these glasses off. Welcome back, everybody. The glasses are have a glare from the dining room window. Blinds are open. Anyway, whatever. So anyway, the casserole is done. I've just taken it out of the oven. It's been sitting about 5 or 6 minutes, whatever. Not very long because I wanted to cut into it. All right, so let's put the camera down here so you can see what it looks like. There it is. The cheese is nice and melted. And we're now going to cut into it. Let's see. Let's get a piece on this side because I see a piece of bread. Yeah, it still looks a little toasty. Look at all that cheese. Definitely what you want. Let's get that out of there. Because you know me, I like anything with cheese. I'm not going to eat a whole lot because we're going out to lunch to a nice little bistro we've never been to today to celebrate a friend's birthday. All right. Let's push that back there. Let's get a bite of this. Let's try one of the meatballs first. There's one of the meatballs. That's pretty good. Of course, I forgot my napkin. I will say that I prefer to make my own meatballs because I think they taste better. Well, this is a Kroger brand. That's pretty good. It's got the Italian spices in it. Not bad at all. Now, we'll get a bite of the garlic bread with the sauce and the cheese. There it is. You know what? That turned out really well. I like it. I definitely would make it again. I think it's one of those dishes, if you're in a hurry and you want something to put together really quick, you could do it. And I believe you could put this together the day before. I don't know, maybe pop it in the freezer. I'm not real sure about that, how it would turn out. I don't know if it would be soggy or not. Well, anyway, definitely recommend this. And I think that if you're a fan of the meatball sub, this is the better way to go because, you know, sometimes you take a bite of the meatball sub and the meatball disappears. It just rolls off the bread. And this way, you can get the bread, the cheese, the sauce, and the meatball without it getting down your front of your shirt. Let's have another meatball. All right. I will have the description of the recipe in the video, and I'll get it uploaded to YouTube, my Instagram, and TikTok accounts. So, everybody, as always, I'm going to say, if you would hit the like, subscribe, and notification bell, that really helps me out. As I mentioned before, I love doing the videos, and I'm happy to get any suggestions or tricks or tips or whatever. Any ideas for some recipes that you'd like me to make, send me a message. And I just might be able to accommodate you. Well, I have an audience over here. Nelson, Eddie's in the living room. Yeah, they're going to get a bite of a meatball. And I think that's okay to do because, you know, I don't go overboard with the people food. But anyway, they're going to get a bite. All right, everybody. I'm going to get out of here. I'm going to get Rich a bowl of this plated up so he can try it, see what he thinks, and enjoy the rest of the day. It's going to be sunny. Maybe I can get into something outside after we go to that bistro. All right, everyone, this is Ed. This is Let's Cook It. And remember, it doesn't have to be pretty. It just has to taste good. I'll see you next time on the channel. Bye for now. Have a great day.